Welcome to Americana Archives. Today's story comes from the great state of Oregon, reported in the Coast Mail on November 22nd, 1879. Today's article is entitled, Running a Memphis Paper. It says, probably the most independent paper in the United States at the present day is the Memphis Appeal. It is truly independent in all things and neutral in nothing. With the advent of Yellow Jack, the typos all started on a tramp. They were not afraid to die, but preferred not to court death by remaining in the city. The editors and reporters also concluded to write up various summer reports in a more healthful climate and departed. Only one man remained in the office, an old printer named Jake. The fever had no terrors for him because he had it. He has the whole thing in his hands, is master of the situation and monarch of all he surveys. He has full control of everything, from bell box to sanctum. In the morning, he goes to the post office, gets the mail, opens the letters, and takes what they contain. He then walks around to a saloon, fills up on beer, takes a 30-cent cigar, and about noon happens around to the printing office. He pompously opens the door, enters and says, "Good morning, boys. How are things running?" After waiting a sufficient time for an answer, he continues, "You may kill that editorial on the political situation. Set that article on the degeneracy and morals, the cause of our rupture, on the other side, and distribute the telegraphic news." When he wants to amuse or abuse anybody outside of the city, he does so, well knowing that they dare not come to the office to see him. He does not do much writing, but what he does is fearless in expression. At the head of the local columns, he is the following standing. On account of the press of advertising, our readers must excuse the scarcity of news items this morning. The dead ads are changed about and the form not taken off the press. He sits in the sanctum the greater portion of the time, smoking imported cigars, which the editor left behind. He keeps the books, and every night cuts up several exchanges for dupes, and has some remarkable strings. He credits himself with from 30,000 to 60,000 M's a day, and as a liberal allowance for correcting rings. He finds it somewhat laborious to feed the press and make up the mail, but manages to get along with it. A man called at the office the other day with the following, which he wished to have inserted as an advertisement in the local columns. Coffins for sale cheap at John Smith's carpenter shop. "How much will it cost for free insertions?" asked the carpenter. Jack squared around to the desk, figured a few minutes, and then answered, "It's a grave matter, and I'll make the rates to you $112.50. "What?" exclaimed the advertiser. "You don't mean $112.50. "Well, you heard what I said, didn't you? That's dirt cheap. Only $37.50 for each insertion. If you don't want me to put it in, then you can get someone else to do your printing, that's all." Of course he had to pay the price. He is not fully determined on his political policy, but expects to come out for Tilden if the fever continues. This was originally reported in the Ohio State Journal. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to continue to uncover all of America's lost and forgotten history, then remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.